Hi, and welcome to another video part of my series Writing Quotes in Copperplate Calligraphy. Today I'm using a very dark walnut ink and a hand 101 and my oblique pen holder. Let's go. If you need guidelines to follow me, you can use any guidelines that you have at hand, any guidelines that work for you, or you can use exactly the guidelines I'm using, which are currently next height of 6 millimeters. And if you follow the description on this video, you'll be able to download these guidelines for free and you will find more information about the video. Now, today, I have actually written the sentence with pencil beforehand because it's a slightly longer quote than normal. And let's see how long it takes us for this video. And also, I want to talk about where I have marked the breaks, and we'll see if this will work when we do it with pen and ink or not. Okay, so the quote for today is a bit of a tongue twist. So it says, "We are not human beings experiencing spiritual lives, comma. We are spiritual beings experiencing human lives." This quote is by Oprah Winfrey, someone I have been following for years. And I think this quote has some magic inside, but it is quite long. It is interesting because there is a repetition of words and some words distributed in other ways. So what are the breaks I have done? So I wrote, "We are not humans, break, experiencing spiritual lives, comma, and break. We are spiritual beings, break, experiencing human lives." And I don't know if this is gonna work, but this is my idea for the moment because grammatically makes sense to break it in this way, but we will see how long each line takes. So now I'm gonna start with the pen and ink, and you can follow me with your own pen and ink or with a regular pencil, and it will work just fine. I'm going to start with a capital W as I normally do. So let's go. Okay. So I'm starting, I'm going to protect the page as I normally do with a folded paper. Okay, cool. Now it's better. Capital W. If you are making any mistakes along the way, I encourage you that just keep on writing. Don't stop. Just get into the flow and the rhythm of the writing. We are not We are not human beings. Let's move. Okay, one more word. Beings. Beings. Let's move a little bit more. Let's move the paper because I need the 2 units below the baseline. We are not human beings. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Okay, this is how long the first line is. And I have a very good understanding, or I have a very good idea that the other lines are going to be very similar in length because the message is sort of similar in each part of the quote. So I'm going to mark now line 3 and 4, at least line 3 and C, but I think 4 as well. Let's go. I just told you not to stop the rhythm of the writing, and I just did. So look, that's what happens. Okay. Let's zoom in again. We are not human beings. I'm going into the second line, which you can see it on my notes up here. Experiencing, that's the next word. Let's bring the paper in. My nib needs to be replaced. There is a lot of scratching going on. Okay, this is a really long word. Experiencing. I see already stuff going on, but I'm gonna keep on going. Experiencing spiritual lives. Let's move up a little. Yeah. I get more ink, although I'm going up, which is not something I tend to do a lot, but I'm doing it. Spiritual lives. L. Comma. All right. As you can see, the length is really similar as I guessed before. So let's keep on going. Number 3, third line down. We are spiritual beings. Another long word, which I already wrote before in here. So let's bring some variation. SP. Oh, spelling mistake. That's the first time I think it has happened in a long time, which, as I mentioned, I'm not going to touch it. SPRRI, con, spiritual beings. Okay, so this part of the length is by the two words that we are just a little bit shorter. That's fine. We are spiritual beings. And then another very long word, experiencing. Let's see if I can do it without making a spelling mistake. Experiencing. I'm running out of ink. I can feel it. G. Experiencing human lives. Last word. All right, let's have a look. Okay. So this is the full quote. We are not human beings experiencing spiritual lives. We are spiritual beings experiencing human lives. It's a bit of a twist tongue for sure. Now, in here, I have eaten up R and I. Okay, so just attention to that for the next time. What other things I can see? Well, the good things and the good news is that if this is something we want to design in a blog, it is really good because the layout we have already is working in a blog. So this will be a slightly shorter, but the rest of the lines are very, very similar. So it is gonna work. Now, regarding descenders and ascenders, because these two the sender and ascender are really close to each other, I could push up the line space one more unit. But then if I do it more than that, there will be a collision. So something to think about in here. Okay, so in this section, then every line can go up one unit. And of course, it's going to be more compact, which I think it's going to be more interesting if it's more compact. I'm happy with the W, although I would like for the next time that the counters inside the W are more similar between each other, which at the moment, this is slightly wider in here on the vertex. And this is very, very narrow on the vertex, so it's not a big deal, but it's just a note to self. What else is happening? This ascender is very, very, very narrow, and this is wider. I'm happier with the first one if I have to choose between them. But again, everything I'm pointing out in here is just observational skills and self-evaluation. Not that I would do it again because of this difference at all. Okay, now let's zoom out. The angle of the writing is quite constant. Of course, there are always variations. Like in this case, if I enlarge this, I think this slant looks good to me. And this one is slightly more upright. So I'm happy with this one. I would need to fix this one a little bit, but just to pay attention. Not a big deal either. I'm happy with this word experiencing because it's a very long word and the X is working fine. And then on the second word, I used a different X, which you can notice in here if I place them both on the screen. So different X's for the same word, different P's for the same word. And of course, I could change other things, but so far, I think this is a good starting point. And then the pressure is okay. The rest of the ascenders and descender loops are pretty similar between each other, and the rhythm is quite nice. So apart from that, I'm actually pretty happy with that. So this is the whole quote. You will find the quote on the description of this video, and you will find all these videos that I'm sharing and a lot more things on my level 2 Pump Up Your Copperplate Calligraphy course, which is a course for students that already know foundational knowledge on copperplate and want to refine and elevate it just by paying attention to details and understanding a lot more things about this type of writing. So I hope this is fun and helpful, and I'll see you again soon.